all, Neci and Love Harmon here of What She Creating Enterprises, and today we'll be working with sewing interfacing, so let's get started. First question that you may have is, why would I use a sewing interfacing? So this does not have the prickly stuff or the iron-on stuff on either side. A lot of times you would use this if you are using a fabric that is really sensitive to heat, or you don't want to mess it up, or you just prefer to sew stuff in instead of iron it. Now I am using a ponte knit or a double knit, so this doesn't necessarily have to be used with sewn in. You can actually fuse it, but I'm just using this as an example to show you. Yeah, 910 Pellon sewing featherweight interfacing, and it says it's good for wovens, knits, blouses, and midway garments. First thing I want to do is make sure that my fabric is the same size as my interfacing, and I'm going to make sure that the right side of the fabric is facing the table because I want to attach the sew-in to the wrong side of the fabric. Put this on top as such, and I'm going to use my sewing clips for this. Now if you do not have sewing clips, just use pins. I like these better because they are super easy to use and you won't prick yourself. So I will pin this. I want to make sure that it's even, you know, and it's edge to edge, no buckling. So make sure that it's really flat. Okay, so I have clipped this together. Every pattern instruction is different as far as how to sew these in, but I'm going to show you what I usually do. I usually do a maybe a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is sew all the way around all 4 corners of the fabric / interface piece. All right, ladies and gents, I'll be using my trusty singer today, and I want to make sure that my presets are as follows. I want to make sure it's on a straight stitch. I want to make sure that my stitch length, I'm going to put it on a very long stitch, so it'll be like a basting stitch. So I'm going to do a 4 or a 5. Put this in the middle, make sure that it's on a straight stitch, tension is good. Now the reason that I'm using a long stitch is because these stitches are only temporary. Even though I'm stitching close to the edge, still good to just do a basting stitch just in case you mess up and have to take it out. So I will do a 2/8 seam allowance all the way around. I'm going to sew with the interfacing side up because sometimes knit can move on you. I'm going to pivot. And that is how you do sew in or sew in your interface into fabric as needed. So then you will put your pieces together and you got your garment or whatever you are creating. So thank you for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to our page as well as like our video. Put that notification bell on so that you know when we are coming on again, and follow us on our socials. Thank you for watching and happy sewing.